Welcome back to my channel, you guys. So I'm gonna be telling the part 2 to my video. This story is literally gold. Like, this one is probably definitely going to be a little bit longer than the other one. So mind you, after Sarah moves, she moves out because we really did like get rid of her. Like, nobody wanted to deal with her. No one wanted to live with anyone that was like that. The remaining roommates were just like, no, this is too much. We didn't want anything to do with her anymore. Please, can you, like, you know, evict her? And no one could do anything about it, but she took it upon herself to go ahead and leave. And she finally left. So there were 2 vacancies because Madison and Sarah decided to leave. So Madison and Sarah left and there were 2 vacancies. Mind you, there's another girl that moved downstairs, and her name was Mallory. Now, she was there for a little bit of the whole Sarah situation, but she really kept to herself most of the time. And the reason why was because she was actually a prostitute. And she was an out loud prostitute. Like, she actually didn't care if anyone knew. And it's not even like she was a sugar baby. Like, I don't respect sugar babies. I totally respect sugar babies. But she was just a flat out prostitute. And I'm not trying to diss nobody that's a sex worker. Like, you do whatever you gotta do to make that money. That's on you. Pro-feminist here, like, I don't even care. But she was just mad sloppy with it, to the point where she would like literally go grocery shopping, or she would be pumping gas in her car, and the guy, like, mind you, she's a white girl but she's built like a black girl. Like, she has a big booty, slim waist, big titties, like long hair. She's very pretty, she's short, she's adorable. And she would be like pumping gas or grocery shopping, and the guy, if any guy even looks at her like, she kind of fine, or like, you know, like, I would do something with that. She would be like, hey, you want to come over to my house? And they would just be like, yeah. She would bring them to the house, have sex with them mad loud, to the point where all you hear after the dude comes in, you're just like, who's this guy? She's like, oh, don't even worry about him. And then they would just go into the room, all you hear is and then he would just get up and leave. Like, that was it. And then she would come out and be like, I don't even know what that guy's name is. She would literally say stuff like that. She would come out and be like, you guys, I don't even know what that guy's name is. Like, oh my god, am I bad? We'd be like, girl, go get checked out. But we started saying that at first, and then we realized what her nature was. We were just like, oh, she's not really concerned, she doesn't care. And she'd be like, oh my god, I just met him at the gas station. Isn't that crazy? I just met him at the gas station. And I was just like, we were all just sitting there, like, she didn't care if we had guests over. She didn't care about anything. Like, she was just like, I'm about to get laid, I don't give a damn. Like, she was so ruthless. And we were just like, Stacy didn't like her. Stacy did not like her because she was like, really, she liked, I don't know how to explain it. Stacy was the type of person that liked some sort of weird validation, and she liked that I had like a lot of black friends and I would bring them over, and Stacy liked to be the only white girl. So she would be like, yeah, you know, like, I'm the white girl of the group. She loved that part. But then when Valerie came, and mind you, Valerie's built like Buffy the Body. She's built like a damn stripper. That kind of took Stacy, like, everyone's attention off Stacy and put it on Valerie, because Valerie is like down for the count. Like, she don't care. She'll top you off in the living room. She don't give a damn. Like, she really was that down ass chick, and Stacy didn't like that, so she automatically did not like Valerie. And because I was just like, well, damn, like, Valerie's fun. Like, she's a thought, but she's fun. When it's time to turn up, she can turn up. So I was like, and Stacy started getting like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, you know. And she just started getting really annoying in her feelings, and I was just like, okay, bye, Stacy. So I cut Stacy off, and I started hanging out with Valerie. Not necessarily like hanging out with Valerie, but when it was party time, I made sure I invited Valerie and not Stacy, which I don't regret now, because Stacy was actually like a manipulative, horrible bitch. But I didn't find out till later. So yeah, so then mind you, there's 2 new vacancies in the house, and one of my friends, she had this roommate issue, and the roommate she had named Alyssa, we were not like friends, and we were kind of cool just by association because we had a mutual friend. She was having an issue with them because she was too much. They, like, her roommates couldn't handle her. Next thing you know, I'm walking into my apartment one day and Alyssa's there. So I'm just like, hey Alyssa, what's up? And she's like, nothing. She's like moving her stuff into the house. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm moving in. And I was like, what? Moving in where? She's like, upstairs, silly. And I'm just like, ah, no, like, what do you mean? The reason why I'm just like freaking out because she's moving in is because I heard of her. I've heard of her through other people. And what her roommate, who was our mutual friend, or was our mutual friend because they fell out, she told me that she was too much of a thought. Like, she would have guys over at any hour of the day, any hours of the night, and like throw parties, throw raves. Just like when people have school the next day, she didn't care. Like, she was just like crazy too. She was crazy, but crazier than Valerie. Like, really crazy, to the point where it would jeopardize their stuff that they had in the house because random dudes would come over. Mind you, Valerie and oops, I said her name. Okay, Mallory and Alyssa. Ugh, it's so hard trying to remember their names. But what the hell is her name? Alyssa and Mallory both loved black guys. They're both white girls and they both love black guys. So it was kind of like, you can't just invite any random street dude you see off the streets. Like, I wouldn't like invite these people to my house because, mind you, the girls that we lived with were rich. Like, Stacy's rich. We had a damn Dance Dance Revolution freaking machine in our house, so you can already imagine the type of things we had, like a bunch of MacBooks, cameras, like really expensive shit. So we didn't just want anybody coming in our place, you know what I mean? So I can understand why our mutual friend had an issue with Alyssa just bringing over whoever, and now she's moving in with us. And there was nothing we could do about that. We went to the office, we complained. Me and Stacy went to the office, complained. Also, what's her name? Mallory. Remember, these names are really freaking difficult. Mallory, we all went together and tried to get her moved out before she even could move in, and the office said they weren't going to do anything about it. So we had to just basically accept her. Especially, they already knew we had an issue with the last roommate, and they were just like, look, we don't want to hear anything else from you guys ever again. So we're just like, damn it, I would have rather kept Sarah. Actually, no, I wouldn't have rather kept Sarah. Anyways, fast forward a little bit. I cut Stacy off because she starts becoming boring and really like needy and just super manipulative. Like, I was going through a lot of issues, like anxiety. That's when I found out I had like really bad anxiety, and Stacy did not care for that. Like, she just was kind of the person that needed validation all the time, and I'm an introvert. Like, I like to be alone by myself to calm myself down when I'm around people, because people tend to drain my energy a lot. So I like to regroup by being by myself. But she was the type of person that needed to be around you all the time, and just like, she was just too much for me. So I cut her off because I'm just like, I'm worried about me, not you. So yeah, so I cut Stacy off. So I'm really hanging out with, surprisingly enough, I started hanging out with Mallory and Alyssa way more often because they're fun. They like going on little road trips, and they like, you know, just seizing the moment and just having fun. And Stacy wasn't about that. She was more like, oh my god, like, tell me that I'm your best friend. Oh my god, like, no, let's just sit here and like be boring and old women together. I'm like, no, this is college, turn up. And yeah, like Mallory and Alyssa, they were about the life I was about. So I thought I would bring friends all over all the time, and they knew how to get along with my friends. You know, they were fun, they knew how to have a good time, so I kept them around. Not for like everything, but whenever it was time to turn up and I brought friends over, they were the go-to people. And my guy friends would bring other guy friends a lot. Like, they would come in a group, they would come in a damn squad, and I'm just like, it's lit because, you know, if you bring one of your guy friends over, you trying to talk to them, they have other friends, and it's just like, I got perfect roommates who will literally top you up in the living room. Like, that is how I sold the dream to them. And Mallory and Alyssa would do that. Like, they didn't care. They would have sex in front of everybody. They were just sloppy people. I already explained how Mallory looked. She was she had a very nice body. However, Alyssa, she was really sloppy. Like, she was really big, she's heavy, and she just didn't know how to put herself together. Like, she was just really just sloppy. Like, she was kind of all over the place. But nonetheless, I don't judge people by their physical form. I just assess them by their personality, and they were down, fun girls. They would do really fun, wild things. Like we would have like a lingerie party, and like they would just dress up in their lingerie and like run around the entire campus. Just crazy white people shit, you know what I mean? And I didn't do any of that. I can sit here and tell you I didn't do none of that, but I was the cameraman. They didn't even care if I recorded them. Like they really didn't care. But and I don't even know where these videos are at now. Like, oh, it just hurts my heart because I really could have like put it in here. But yeah, like they were down. Like they were so fun. So I remember one time, like before we started to get to know Mallory a little bit better, me, Stacy, and Alyssa, we were just like, what does this girl do? Like she's always having sex with somebody. Like it's crazy. Like what the hell is wrong with this girl? We went into her room, and for some reason Alyssa has a black light, so we're just like, let's go in her room. Well, I didn't say this. I think Stacey came with the idea. It was like, let's go in her room and see what we could find, whatever. So we went in with a black light. We turned all the lights off. Oh my god, we found like cum stains everywhere, like cum stains on the ceiling, on the bed, which she never did laundry ever. On the ceiling, on the bed, on the walls, on the pillows. Like you couldn't even, oh my god, to the point where you could barely touch the blanket to like lift it up to look what's underneath there. It was everywhere. I've never seen so much dried up cum before. It was disgusting. It was so disgusting. That's when my eyes opened up about her. I was like, oh wow, like that's really crazy, because she has a lot of sex. Like we never saw her wash anything. Like we have our own washer and dryer, and she never washed anything ever. She kept her room clean, like, but not like, she didn't clean anything really, but she kept it tidy, if you know what I mean. And after we saw all that cum stain everywhere, we were just like, yep, she's a prostitute. But we didn't, not only that, but she came out and told us too, because we all got like close enough to where like she started to come out of her shell and started talking to us, and she was like, yeah, like that's why do you think I have all these guys over here? They pay me to have sex with them, and I have sex with them. And we're just like, how much do you charge? And she was like, I don't know, like $20, $30. And I was just like, what? You are out here giving away pum pum and you're charging $20? Are you crazy? You have a fat ass. You have your own real hair that dudes could I'm here like, I was like, do I need to become your manager? Because that's crazy. Girl, you are cute. First of all, you don't even need to be doing this. Like you can legit like not have to do this. Like why do you do this? Like I don't understand. Like why are you doing this? But even then, if you want to do this, I can legit be your manager. Like please, like $20, like bro, you can be out here making thousands. Anyways, that's how I was thinking. I was thinking like, wow, we could be making a lot of money, Mallory. But yeah, I didn't even become her manager, unfortunately. But yeah, so what was my point? Okay, so we had this party. One of my Greek friends asked to host a party at my house, because our house was lit. We had like, you know, like a little, not necessarily like a bar, but it just looked like a nightclub at nighttime, because it was really cute the way Stacy decorated the whole place. So kudos to her, because she really hooked our shit up. But one of my Greek friends asked to host a party there, so he hosted a party there, and it was alright at first, you know. And then Mallory comes home and she's like, what's going on? And I was like, we're having a party. And she's like, okay, cool. She goes in her room. She takes like 20 minutes. I'm just like, that's weird, because usually she's like trying to turn up, but she wasn't trying to turn up for some reason. She comes out 20 minutes later. She's in lingerie. Booty cheeks out, titties can't even fit in there, like looking like a little Playboy bunny. She goes up, she's barefoot, so she goes up to like the kitchen, starts pouring herself mad drinks. Mind you, she's not supposed to be drinking. She goes up to the bar, she drinks a lot. She pours a lot in her cup. Barely any chaser. She's just drinking. Mind you, I came to find out later on that she was drunk every single day I've ever talked to her. She is always drunk all the time. And every time she had a dude over to her room, she was drunk. So I was like, this girl has some real issues if she's just drunk every single day of the week. Like she has some real issues. So she starts drinking, and then that's when she starts turning up. And mind you, all the guys that are there just like, mind you, this is like a black party, and she's white, so they're just like, what the hell is going on? Mind you, the friend that was like asked to host the party, he knows of what like my roommates were, because he lived up the street from me, so he was there all the time, so he saw. So to us this is normal, but to everybody else they were just like, what the hell? So some of the girls started leaving, because they're just like, ew, like what's she doing? And the guys are just like, they were just like, what the hell is going on? So she starts dancing. She starts like, oh, like she's not sloshed, she's not like completely fucked up yet, but she's just like, I don't know, like, and mind you, when she gets in this little, like, she gets in the state, you can't tell her nothing, you can't touch her, because she will start screaming and start hitting you. And I'm just like, I'm not about to deal with no white girl start screaming. Like, I'm out of there when white girls start screaming. Call the police, all that stuff. No, I'm good. So she goes, she takes the ice maker out, she throws all the ice into the sink, she walks outside of our apartment, and she goes, like, she starts knocking on every guy's door. Like, and I don't know how we know, but at this point we knew like which houses belong to guys and which houses belong to girls. So she's knocking on guys' doors, and she's in her laundry, it's kind of cold outside, and she's like, do you have any ice? We need ice. And the guys, I'm there too, me and my friends follow her because we're like trying to figure out where she's going. And then when we found out what she was doing, we pulled out our cameras and we were just like, record, this is gold. So she's like knocking on everyone's door asking for ice, and some of the guys are just like, what the fuck? Like, this girl's in like basically naked outside, like asking for ice. But none of the guys hit on her, none of the guys are just like trying to let her in. They're all just like, sorry, we don't have any ice, and they close the door in her face, which is so weird. I guess that's not the reaction she was hoping for. That was just weird that she did that. Like, no one encouraged her, she just did it on her own. And then she comes home. I think some guy finally gives her ice, but they didn't really like compliment her, and like they were just like, okay, you can leave now. And then I thought that was weird, so I guess that it didn't work in her favor. So she goes home, she throws the ice out, and I was like, damn, we needed ice actually, because you threw away the other ice. So she puts the ice down, she throws it out, put the container down, then she goes to one, like, I'm sorry Chris if you're watching this, but she goes to the ugliest line brother that was in the entire Greek, and she takes him into the room. Everyone's watching her at this point. Everyone's watching her every move. She goes into the room and she fucks his brains out. Mind you, I'm just like, she locks the door, but we're just like, wait, we're not gonna sit here and try and hear this shit. We're gonna see it. We're gonna freaking see it. So we go outside of our house, and she's on the lower level, and she always has her windows open, like all the way open. So her blinds were completely open, and we just sat there and watched. We were all sitting on the cars just watching her have sex with this guy who did not know what to do with that much booty. And then for some reason, Alyssa takes it upon herself to open the window and climb her big ass through the window. And she kind of like, she had these like little booty shorts on. I guess she thought she was trying to be cute and she wanted some of the action on her. At this point, I'm just like, I was bored. I was bored at the beginning of the night, but this is not what I asked for, Lord, when I said I was bored. We're just all sitting there just watching this slightly horrific yet slightly entertaining scene going on. Mallory is like fucking this guy on the bed, which we can clearly see through the window. Mind you, it's not a small window, it's a big, like, damn near wall-sized window. And then Mallory, what's her name? Alyssa is trying to climb through the window with her booty hanging out of her pum-pum shorts. We were so confused by that. The guys were just like, please make her stop. Like, her booty wasn't cute. It wasn't cute at all. Everybody had their eyes on Mallory, and yeah. But yeah, it was weird. It was just a really weird night. It went really crazy really quickly, and yeah. What was the point of the story again? Anyways, so damn, what was the point of this story again? I don't really even fucking know. I really don't know what the point of the story was. It was just crazy times, you know? I guess let me try and wrap this up. So yeah, they would do stuff like that. They ran a prostitution ring. I guess, like, they kind of started getting way too wild for me. Like, trust me, it got wilder than that. And I was like, y'all are doing too much. Like, to the point where, like, she was just thotting and bopping everywhere she went. Like, my friend Lacey, like, one of my really, 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 really good friends I still have to this day, Lacey, he was like, he came over, he brought his other friend, and we all went to go eat something. So it's me and Lacey in the front, and then his friend and Mallory in the back. So we go to Steak and Shake, and I'm telling Lacey what my order was, or what I wanted from Steak and Shake. And he's like, ask Mallory what she want. So I turn around because Lacey's about to buy her some food. I'm just like, you're super gracious, Lacey. Awesome. I turn around. Mallory is getting finger popped in the back of the seat. Like, she's laid out, spread out, legs up on the ceiling in my car. Mind you, this is where I'm just like, she's getting to too much. Like, she's doing too much. Like, at first it was fun. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. You're entertaining, but now you're getting too much because you're in my car with your legs spread out, panties down. I don't know what you be doing stuff with all these dudes. I don't know if you have STDs. This is where I start getting scared because I'm so scared of STDs. You in my car, my back seat with your pum pum spread out like that, and this guy's just like, yeah, I'll take a number 2. I'm just like, no. I wish Lacey was here to tell that part. Lacey would be like, he wouldn't even tell it right. Anyway, so yeah, she was doing too much. She just did, like, she did it wherever she could. She was just too much. But she's not even the person that I want to get on right now. Alyssa, she didn't get that much shine through this video, but she was horrible because she was having sex with every single guy in West 22. And let me tell you something about that. Alyssa, she felt some sort of way towards West 22 guys because they would curve her. Mind you, she's like a big girl. She's heavy set. She's sloppy. She don't know how to put herself together. She has all these piercing, crazy hair colors, and just like a mess, really. And she, I guess, I don't know, she kind of went out of her league. Like, she never stayed in her lane. She was just kind of going out of her league a lot with talking to guys that just aren't on her level. Like, and these guys, like, these are Greek guys, so these guys are ruthless, especially when they're in front of their Greek brothers and shit. They will curve the hell out of you in front of their brothers. They don't care. They will shit on your life. And I don't know why she would set herself up like this all the time to get rejected like this, so painfully rejected. Like, guys that I wouldn't even talk to because they just are so rude. Like, I would never give them time of day, but she went out of her way to talk to them all the time. And she would go up to them and talk to them, and they would just reject her, embarrass her, just make her look stupid. All of a sudden, mind you, that was way early, last summer, and she had moved in like the spring semester. All of a sudden, I'm seeing her having sex with the same guys that were curving her, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, that's wild. And I'm just like, that's weird. I guess they just gave her play all of a sudden, whatever. So, mind you, the person that she was her roommate, they were really cool, and she, like, I don't know why she never told me this earlier, but one of the things that I didn't even know before was that this girl, Alyssa, had a really horrible STD. She, like, see how the tone got, like, really serious all of a sudden? She had HPV. And she had genital warts. You see how this got really serious really quickly? So both of them, these hoes, had daddy issues. One, well, I don't know what her issue was, but she became a low-price prostitute, and the other one was spreading STD. So basically, all the guys that were curving her before, she had sex with them to give them STDs. Incurable STDs. Isn't that so fucked up? When I found out about that, which was towards the end of the semester, I was just like, thank you God none of my friends had sex with her, because my guy friends would come over purposely because they knew that semester my house was basically a whorehouse. Like, they knew that, so they were just like bringing their friends over to get topped off. Like, that was the goal, and then they drank and ate and had fun, but they knew they was gonna get their dick sucked. They knew they were gonna get their dick wet. You know what I'm saying? Like, this girl gave no craps. Mallory, she had a little bit of couth because she wouldn't let just anybody watch her. That one time we watched her, she was drunk and she didn't know the windows were open. But other than that, she made sure like the room door was locked and nobody seen her. Alyssa, she didn't care. She would have the door wide open. She would tell people to come in and watch her. The first time she started acting crazy, like when she first moved in, me and my friend, like, we kind of sneaked in and watched her, and she didn't even care. We just stood up right there and watched her. Like, it was just, I'm sorry, that was really TMI, I don't know, but yeah, like, she didn't care. And I remember seeing like mad pill bottles all over her room, like a big basket of mad pill bottles. And I don't know why I never asked, why do you have all these pills? Because I've never seen, I don't even seen an elderly sick person with that many pills. Like, I grew up with a dad that had like heart issues and he had to take a lot of pills. She had like 3 times as much as pills as that. Come to find out, this girl is spreading STD to all these guys that curved her. Let's take a moment to like really think about that. Isn't that so fucked up? You're probably like, why did you call the police? But I actually did call the police on her. After I found that out, I didn't care how cool we was. I thought that was so messed up. You could have jeopardized one of my like best guy friends. You really could have jeopardized their life because you wanted to be petty and gave these guys genital warts. That's so fucked up. Like, that's so disgusting to me. Eventually, after I found out about that, I was looking at her totally different. And I just did not want to hang out with her no more. I just was like, yo, you are grimy. You're nasty. I don't want nothing like I don't want nothing to do with you. Like, me and you was not really friends before. Like, because I would never let my friends hoe around like that. You were more like a circus entertainment where I let you thot and bop and stuff like that. And like, basically invite my friends over to watch the show. I don't know what to tell you about that. Maybe I seem like a low down dirty person for that, but she wanted audience, and my friends, like, our house was already popping before she came in, so she got an audience. She knew where she was coming to. She knew there was people at my place all the time, and she basically provided the entertainment. But when I found that out, I was like, thank you God, none of these dudes like messed around with you. That none of my friends that I knew messed around with you. They all messed around with Valerie. I'm not gonna lie, they all messed, oh, I said her name, dang. They all mess around with Mallory, but not Alyssa. And I could only pray and hope that, you know, none of them have STDs, or Mallory didn't have any STDs, because I don't know what to tell. My best guy friends, they did not mess around with any of them, which I'm very happy about. But the friends of the friends, I don't know about them. But yeah, I thought it was so messed up. So after that, I just kind of like was not looking at her the same way, and eventually we fell out and I wanted to fight her. Now, I knew I could fight her for real, because even though she was huge and she loved fights too, this bitch don't spit on me, because if she spit on me, I'm killing her. I'm killing her, because ain't nobody wants to catch genital warts. That's so, just saying it out loud just blows my mind. But yeah, so she knew I wanted to fight her because some stuff happened. She started getting really petty, and like I wasn't looking at her the same, and I can't even tell you what we really fell out over. But she started being really messy. She wouldn't tone down the thotting, the bopping. She wouldn't tone it down, and I could see why her and her previous roommate fell out. So what happened? She started getting real, but like she started getting like real, like, oh, she won't touch me, you know, like started getting really fake hood. All I remember like I'll have my friend to verify this, like I wish she were here too. All I remember is getting the pots and pan like Tanisha from Bad Girls Club and start slapping them together like, bitch, I wish a hoe would, I wish a hoe would. Oh my god, I was so ratchet. Like I was slapping like the frying pan, making mad noise, saying I wish you would touch me, I wish you would try me, like. And then she was like kind of like built like a wrestler. She would come up to me and puff her chest up on me and put it on me and be like, you're not gonna do nothing, you're not gonna do nothing. She's shorter than me, mind you. I don't even remember what happened after she started like putting her chest on me. I'm so grossed out by her that she's even touching me. Oh my god, next thing you know, all I remember, like I black out. All I remember is that we're rolling around on the floor. She's getting her punches in, I'm getting my punches in, and eventually I'm on top of her whooping that ass. We ended up fighting. That was it. It was in front of a bunch of people too, but it was in my house. But yeah, after that she wanted revenge, so she stole my social security card, she stole my passport, she stole my driver's license whenever I left, because after that I didn't really want to be home like that. She broke into my room, stole all my shit, all my valuables, bruh. Her and Mallory, all of a sudden they want to do laundry. Their shit's in the washing machine. I take their shit out of the washing machine, put it in plastic bags. Mind you, they're washing a lot of stuff, and we have a separate laundry room for that. I just take all their stuff and I put it in the trash bag, and I go to the dumpster and I just throw it in the dumpster. I throw all their clothes in the dumpster. They call the police, and the police can't do nothing about it because there's no proof. And they all, actually, you know, I'm driving, me and my my used to be partner in crime, we're driving by the dumpster because we're just like, maybe we should move it because it's like a small dumpster, you know. Next thing you know, there is a dumpster. They're dumpster diving, looking for their clothes, and yeah, that was it. It just so much stuff, you guys. I had to move out of that situation. It was hard because there was 2 of them that I didn't like against me by myself. I had cut Stacy off, so she wasn't on my side no more, and after that I just had to move out. So that's the story. I hope I covered everything. It's not really like no point to the story. It was more like of what happened that whole semester. It was really crazy. Look, she was crazy. She was crazy. Both of them were crazy. Like, I don't know what else to say. My battery's gonna die. I gotta end this video now, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys subscribe for more quality content. Subscribe to my Tumblr, which is really important. That's just as important as subscribing to my YouTube channel. If I'm not on YouTube, I'm on Tumblr. So guys, make sure you check me out on there. I hope you guys liked this video. It was kind of like a reminisce. I hope none of this, like, I swear, if I get into the Disney College program, I don't want any of this stuff popping off because it's just gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit, but I really don't hope it gets to this extent because this was too crazy. But anyways, I feel like someone out there is gonna think my story is fake. Someone always thinks my story time is fake. I'm not simply Anessa. My shit's not fake. Anyways, but yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.